So to fix the issue of the tabletop not touching the car, we're going to go back to render here and then select design. Now to make this process a lot easier, we're going to right click on this box up here and go orthographic. Okay, so in this view, if we click on the side here, so I'm just going to go to the left, you can see there's a very clear gap. Okay, so what we're going to do is where we've got our plane, we're going to right click on it and go edit feature. Now obviously we need this section here to come all the way back up to be here where the wheel is. So I was playing around with it before and it was minus 6.5. Alright, got me to a point where it was just touching the wheel. So if I press OK, you can see it's just touching the wheel perfectly like that. Okay, now obviously if yours is different, once again, just go here, right click on it, edit the feature, and just play around with it until you find the correct height for your wheel to be touching the floor there. Okay, so once I move this back, okay, that's all good. I'm just going to right click on it and change it to the perspective view again. Alright, and you'll see that change. There we are. So we're going to now go back into render. So click here, design, go to render. Alright, and then we're back into this again. So I'm going to just change the view again so it's roughly about here. I generally like to get pretty close to the car. Generally that means that obviously when I do the render, it tends to come out a little bit clearer and a bit higher quality. So if I was really zoomed out like this, and the judge wants to go through and zoom in onto the car to see what it looked like, yeah, it would, obviously pixelate a fair bit. So if you get relatively close, obviously, your car's going to come out in a little bit more detail. Alright, so like I showed you before, we can do an in-canvas render again, just to sort of see what it could look like. Alright, so once that runs through a little bit, obviously you get a pretty good idea of what you're dealing with. So the biggest thing that I'm looking for right now is making sure that my wheels are touching the floor, okay, and they're not floating like they were before. Alright, obviously you want to make sure that the paint that you've got in your car is realistic to what you've actually got in real life. So the paint that I'm using is like a real glossy paint, so you can see it's really, really reflective. Alright, now is that realistic? Yeah, look at a different type of colouring that's not that glossy. Alright, and try and edit those little things to try and improve it. Okay, it's all about the little finer details as well. Awesome. Alright, so if you are happy with that, then we'll just pause this little in-canvas render. Alright, and what we can do is go across to start up a proper render. So if we go here, we can go render. Alright, now we want to create a custom image size. Alright, so if that didn't appear for you, just scroll down and find custom. Alright, and then the width and the height. So this is the maximum quality image that we can get. So for competition, obviously you want to try and get as high quality as you can. Alright, so we did 4000, 4000. Okay, we're going to use the cloud renderer. Alright, and the beauty of this is that you can just let these render in their own time on the cloud. Alright, and you can just keep doing more work. Alright, you can keep running multiple renders, so you can save heaps of time doing this. Okay, so cloud renderer. Alright, we're going to do a final quality. Okay, it's telling us it's going to take a bit less than 10 minutes to get that sorted for us. So once you're happy with that, just click render. And that's submitted. So yeah, down here in the rendering gallery, you'll see that come up. Okay, so that's started. Obviously, just come back here and check to see how it's going. But yeah, like I said before, it should take about 10 minutes or so for that to be done. All right, so I'm going to pause the video and come back to that once it's finished. All right, so my render is now complete. So if I just click on here, all right, this will pop up. Okay, and it gives you yeah, a little screenshot of what's going on. So for this, what you're going to do is go to download. All right, download as a PNG. All right, you can do transparent backgrounds and stuff as well if you would like. Okay, but let's just go download as a PNG as it is. All right, now, like I said before, yeah, you can have this render running in the background. You can go back to the design panel and yeah, create a new scene and a new angle for your render to be, or a new render obviously that you can get started with. So you don't have to sit there and wait for your render to be completed. You can keep working on other things as well. So, all right, now what we need to do is go obviously to your home drive. Okay, so click on that one. All right, just for this demonstration, I've got my home drive here. All right, and then yeah, save it in here. So I could call this Employee HQ Render 1, for example. Okay, doesn't matter what you call it. Everything goes save. All right, now if I open that one up, all right, this is what it looks like. So if I zoom in a little bit, all right, you can see it's very high quality. Okay, so you've got obviously a bit of blur in the background, which looks quite nice. Okay, everything's quite sharp here at the front, which is good. Yeah, so this will be a really good starting point, all right, as a render for a front cover or something like that. Now, the other thing that I would suggest is obviously in the background you've got sort of nothing there. So I've had students that have made like little cabinets or like a laptop or a few other things that they could put on this desk to sort of fill in the background. All right, if you've got different parts for your car or you make little marketing products, obviously you can put those things sort of in the background as well. You can even put some here in the foreground. All right, whatever you do, obviously, yeah, try and make it a little bit more visually appealing. All right, but something like this, like I said, yeah, is a really good starting point. So yeah, if you can get to something, yeah, similar to this, you're gonna, yeah, score really well at a competition anyway. All right, thank you.